Students, so last class we discussed the preparation of HCl and some of the properties of HCl. So last class again we have to discuss some of the properties of a chlorine. So again some reactions taking place in between chlorine or HCl with another chemical substances. So in case of like chlorine, especially the chlorine, so we already studied so many chemical reactions. So reaction with sodium hydroxide or again it reacts with ammonia, it gives us to different products. So again, the two important and the easy reactions we are already studying. So last class the substitution reaction and addition reaction agutte. In case of taken as alkanes, the alkanes. So the one of the example for alkane is the methane. It is reacts with chlorine. It is reacts with chlorine. It gives us to a substituted product. We know that. In case of chlorine, so here methane and hydrogen atoms, so 4 hydrogen atoms here. So one of the hydrogen atom is replaced with chlorine. So this is called as a substitution of CH3Cl formation. This is called as methyl chloride. The reaction is called as substitution reaction. The product is called as substituted product. These are some of the chemical property of chlorine. This gives us to it is the chlorine reacts with alkanes. The chlorine reacts with alkane, it gives us to substituted product. Okay. The next chemical property of the chlorine, the simple chemical property, again this chlorine reacts with alkenes. Alkenes jothe react agare. The best example and the simple example for alkene is a CH2, nothing but it is a ethene. Ethene enagutte, it is reacts with the chlorine. It reacts with chlorine. This is unsaturated compound. So, it is reacts with the chlorine, it gives us to addition product. Again, CH2 is again CH2. Here Cl, here Cl formation. See, CH2 again Cl, CH2 again Cl. This is called as 1,2 dichloroethane. Okay, na 1,2 dichloroethane. This is like the simple chemical properties of the chlorine. Okay, na? So last class repeat. This is a very simple already study the first chapter. For example, first PUC. First PUC for a time and 10th study usually the chlorine is electronegative atom. It is reacts with alkenes. It gives us to the corresponding substituted products and addition product. The next thing is the HCl. So last class we discussed the preparation of HCl, some of the properties of HCl, right? Again, the uses of HCl. Today we start with the uses of HCl. So we know that the HCl is a very important reagent. It is used in our laboratory or industrial purpose. Some of the compounds like taken as salts or the neutral molecule we call as glucose. Again taken as a chlorine. The chlorine, again ammonium chloride and glucose molecule synthesize and the manufacture of the manufacture of the compounds like chlorine. Again, ammonium chloride, the salt we call as a salt, and neutral molecule called as a glucose. You can prepare the manufacture of these compounds. We have to use one of the chemical substituent we call as a hydrochloric acid. So HCl use we have to prepare, we have to manufacture the compounds like chlorine, ammonium chloride, and glucose. Again, the HCl is also used for extracting glue from bones. If bone glue extract we have to use this hydrochloric acid. So again, purify especially the bones. So hydrochloric acid use Again, the main thing is we know that in our laboratory we are already studied in a first year PUC the salt analysis. We have to use as a reagent in laboratory. Generally, it is called as a lab reagent. It is used as a diluted form agudu, concentrated form agudu. So different form, different condition hydrochloric acid use ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. So only the one of the uses is it is used as a laboratory reagent or industrial use ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. Okay, now this is regarding the uses of HCl. The uses of HCl. The next thing is, so these the 17 group elements, they have capacity to form an oxy acids. We generally have already studied the different groups. They form oxy acids. Oxy acid that is called as oxo acids. So what is mean by oxo acids? The additional hydrogen ಮತ್ತು oxygen atom ಜೊತೆಗೆ additional halogen atoms ಇರುತ್ತೆ. The corresponding group elements ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಹೌದಲ್ವಾ? So before going to oxo acids of halogens, so I'll ask one question. So usually you know that the HCl reacts with the iron, the powder form of iron. The powder form of iron, it gives us the ferrous chloride. Generally, the metal reacts with the, for example, hydrochloric acid or chlorine. It gives us to a metal chloride formation. We are already discussing the properties of chlorine when it reacts with the metals like aluminium, iron. Okay, na? In that case, formation ferric chloride formation. But in this case, so the HCl, in case of HCl, hydrochloric acid, it reacts with the powder form of iron. The hydrochloric acid reacts with the powder form of iron, generally taken as a powder form anta heltare. Howdalva? The iron, it gives us to ferrous chloride. It gives us to ferrous chloride, not ferric chloride. So usually ferric chloride formation agbeku. Instead of formation of ferric chloride, we have to formation agta ide ferrous chloride formation agta ide. So what is the reason? So yaake formation agta ide? What is the reason anta keltare? It's very important for your competitive exams. In this case, the HCl reacts with the powder iron. It gives us to ferrous chloride because in this reaction the hydrogen is eliminated. The hydrogen gas is liberated. This liberated hydrogen gas is prevent the formation of the ferric chloride, nothing but the ferric form of the iron. The ferric form of iron adu formation agike prevent ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ. Okay na? Due to liberation of hydrogen gas, this gas is prevent the formation of the ferric form of the iron. Because of this reason, when the hydrochloric acid reacts with the powder form of iron, it uses only ferrous chloride, only ferrous form of the compound we taken as a salt here. Okay, now this is regarding your competitive exams. The next concept, the oxo acids of halides. Oxo acids of halides. ಅಥವಾ halogens ಅಂತ ಕರೀತೀವಿ generally ಅಥವಾ halides. So usually we know that the oxo acids are acid in nature. ಹೌದಲ್ವಾ? Generally these are called as an acids. They contain hydrogen, oxygen and halogen. Generally taken as a hydrogen H, oxygen O and halogen X. So these oxo acids of halogens are acids. They contain hydrogen, oxygen and halogen atoms. Again, in case of these halogens, we are already studied. See, X is indicates the group of 17 elements. How the X are in a it may be fluorine or chlorine or bromine or iodine, right? These are called as a different halogen atoms. Generally, we have indicated in the general formula like X and the indicate material. Okay, na? See, in this case, the fluorine is a very important. We always studied in case of anomalous properties. In particular, the element fluorine, it produces only one type of oxo acids. The fluorine produce or will form only one type of oxo acid in the form of the fluorine and what. So generally oxo acids and they having the elements like hydrogen and oxygen jotege irutte halogen atom irutte, right? See, in case of fluorine, the fluorine is only produce one type of oxo acids. See, in the form of the generally oxo acid represented in the form of the general formula hydrogen, oxygen and X. ಈ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಇನ್ ದಿಸ್ ಕೇಸ್ we take as a hydrogen, again oxygen, the H is a fluorine. This is called as generally in this case the fluorine the present in the form of oxo acid. The name of this oxo acid is a hypofluorous acid. It is also called as, see fluorous idalva, fluoric one acid antanu kariyuttare. This is only one type of acid. They exist stable in case of fluorine. Okay na? It's very very important. But in case of other halogen atoms, they form the several types of oxo acids. Except fluorine, the other halogen elements are taken as halogen atoms. They form the several types of oxo acids. Okay na? They in the form of alus, they in the form of halic. Okay na? We have to differentiate the different types of these allo acids. Generally taken as oxo acids and the karitive. So we have to say the four different forms of halo acids. So we have to study one by one. So usually this fluorine, bromine, again iodine, except the fluorine, they produce the several forms of oxo acids in the form of hypohalous acids. They produce in the form of hypohalous acids, again halous acids, halic acids, perhalic acids. Okay na? See, in this case the oxo acids are especially the fluorine and bromine and iodine, except fluorine, they produce the several form of halo acids. Generally taken as halo acids, oxo acids and karitive. See, in the form of hypohalous acid, again halous acid, halic acid and perhalic acid. These form they exist in this form. See, in case of fluorine, the fluorine is a general formula for hypohalous acids. Hypohalous acid, this is called as the oxo acids and the elements hydrogen. Again, along with hydrogen, oxygen irutte, again halogen irutte. So generally this is called as the form of, see this is the general formula for hypohalous acid. Hypohalous acid. In this case, the X is indicates the halogen atom. The X is indicates halogen atom. H is again indicates hydrogen, oxygen. O is indicates oxygen. In case of halous acid, the general formula for halous acid is a hydrogen. Again HOXO. This is the general formula for halous acids. Okay. The next thing is the halic acid. So generally we have to represent in the general formula for halic acid is hydrogen, again oxygen, again halogen, oxygen in the form of 2. This is called as the HOXO2. This is the generalized formula for halic acids. The next one is the perhalic acid. See, hydrogen, oxygen, again halogen, again O3. This is a generalized formula for perhalic acid. In each cases, the different form of oxo acids of different halogen atoms like fluorine, bromine and iodine. Here X is indicates the different halogen atom. It may be fluorine, bromine and iodine. Okay na? This is different forms of oxo acids of particular elements like fluorine, bromine and iodine. Except fluorine. So already here fluorine only one day like oxo acid exists. We have to know the reason because of the electronegativity and they having the smallest size. Because of this reason, the fluorine only exists one form of oxo acids. Okay. The next we have to study the different types of these acids. Okay na? So generally taken as a fluorine. Fluorine ke the fluorine exists as a hypohalous acid. Hypohalous acid generally see hypohalous. In this case, the halogen is a fluorine, hypochlorous acid. Okay na? The formula for hypochlorous acid is as it is hydrogen, again oxygen, the halogen is a Cl, chlorine. This is a formula for hypochlorous acid. The next one is halous acid. The halous acid, we know the formula for halous acid. In particularly we take as a halogen is a fluorine, right? Alike chlorous acid na tagoboda. Chlorous acid, the formula as it is O. Again ClO. This is also written as HClO2. This is a formula, molecular formula for chlorous acid. The next, it is also exists in the form of halic acid. Alage chloric acid anta helboda. Chloric acid, the generalized formula is HO. X is the halogen, is the chlorine, oxygen is the O2. Again we have to condense ಮಾಡಿ ಬರೆಯೋದಾಯಿತು ಅಂದ್ರೆ H as it is ClO3. This is a formula. Okay. The next, the last thing is a form of perhalic acid. Perchloric acid. Perchloric acid. ಯಾವ ತರ ಇರುತ್ತೆ form of perchloric acid? The same thing. Hydrogen, again oxygen, halogen is a chlorine, again O3. It is also written as hydrogen, chlorine, 4 oxygen atom. This is the formula for perchloric acid. These all are example for oxo acids of chlorine. Oxo acids of chlorine. The next thing is the oxo acids of bromine and iodine. Bromine. See, in case of bromine, they exist in a hypoalous form, nothing but hypobromous acids, even iodine also. But in case of chlorus, nothing but halous. In case of halous acid, the bromine and iodine cannot exist as a stable form of, in case of like bromous and iodous acids. Okay, na? They only exist in the form of hypochlorous, nothing but hypobromous. Again, hypo ಅಥವಾ chloric ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದೀನಿ. In the place of chlorine taken as a bromine, ಅಲ್ಲಿಗೆ bromic acid exist ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. Again, per bromic acid exist ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, not bromous acid, because it is highly unstable. We can't study. ಹೌದಲ್ವಾ? ಅನ್ಸ್ಟೇಬಲ್ ಆಗಿರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಎಕ್ಸಿಸ್ಟ್ ಆಗೋದೇ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ಇನ್ ಕೇಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಬ್ರೋಮಿನ್ ಮತ್ತೆ ಅಯೋಡಿನ್ is formed the halous form of an acid, especially the oxo acids, we cannot exist because they are not stable. But in case of hypo, again taken as a halic and perhalic formula ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ exist ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. We have to see the formula here. So see, this one is a bromic alva. So hypobromous. The first one is bromous. See, hypobromous acid. The next thing is cannot exist. The bromine and iodine cannot exist in the form of halous acid. The next one is halic acid. See, we take as directly bromic acid and perbromic acid. So now we take as a formula for both hypobromous acid, bromic acid, as well as perbromic acid, right? See, in this case, bromous acid, general formula HO. In case of halogen, the X is particularly is bromine, HOBr. Bromic acid, this is the formula HO, again BrO2. In case of perbromic acid, the formula is hydrogen, again oxygen, the halogen atom is bromine, again O3. So generally it is also written as hydrogen as well as halogen Br, and oxygen is a 4 molecule. Again the formula is HBrO4. This is a formula for perbromic acid. These are different form of halo acid, generally we call as isoacids anta karitತೀವಿ. Is very important. They will ask your structures, your maybe theory or your competitive exams. Okay, it is also in a form of iodine ಗೂ ತಗೋಬಹುದು. So iodine ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, generally it is also written as iodous acid anta karitತೀವಿ. Hypoiodous acid. Hypoiodous acid. So formula ಯಾವ ತರ ಬರುತ್ತೆ? See, hydrogen, again oxygen, in the place of halogen ಏನಿರುತ್ತೆ? iodine. Again bromic acid. So this is taken as the iodic acid in the form of iodic acid HO, here iodine O2. Next, periodic acid. The formula for periodic acid is hydrogen, again oxygen, again bromine and instead of bromine taken as iodine, again both. This is called as HiO4. This is called as periodic acid. Periodic acid. These all are the different form of oxo acids of particular halogen atoms. Okay, now this is regarding the oxo acid. So particularly they will ask the structure of chlorine. The chlorine oxo acid structure na keltare. So now discuss the structures of oxo acids of chlorine. The structure of oxo acids of chlorine. Okay. So we know that they exist in a different form of oxo acids of chlorine, both halous, hypohalous, halide and perhalide. The first one is a hypohalous. See the structure of hypohalous. Hypohalous particular weakness and chlorine and direct chlorine ಅಂತ ಹೋಗ್ಬಿಡ್ತೀವಿ. So hypochlorous. Hypochlorous acid. Okay na? The structure of hypochlorous acid. See, this is a mother oxygen atom irutte. Again, hydrogen. This is a Cl. It is the structure of hypochlorous acid. Hypochlorous acid. The next hypochlorous acid. Again, chlorous acid formula barkodu easy agutte nimage ಏನು ಬರುತ್ತೆ hydrogen oxygen chlorine alva. It is also written as hydrogen oxygen. Again Cl oxygen atoms ಎಷ್ಟು ಇದೆ 2 oxygen atoms ಇದೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿಗೆ we have to written as the structure. Again ನೋಡಿ same ಇಲ್ಲಿ hint ಏನಪ್ಪಾ ಅಂದ್ರೆ same ಈ structure ನೆನಪಲ್ಲಿ ಇಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. again weakness of chlorine. ಈ chlorine ಅನ್ನು ಏನು ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ನೀವು oxygen ಆಗುತ್ತೆ attach ಆಗಿ double bond O. This is called as chlorine. It is also written as ಈ ತರ ಬರೀತಾರೆ. See, this is called oxygen. Again bond Cl, C hydrogen, again double bond O. The structure of this chlorous acid. Okay na? So in case ಹೀಗೆ ಬರೀಬೇಕಂತ ಏನಿಲ್ಲ, ಹೀಗೂ ಬರೀಬಹುದು. ಇದನ್ನ ಕಾನ್ಸ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಇಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಹೈಡ್ರೋಜನ್ ಆಕ್ಸಿಜನ್ ಮತ್ತೆ ಕ್ಲೋರಿನ್ ಇದನ್ನ ಕಾನ್ಸ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಇಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋ ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಚರ್. ದ ರಿಮೈನಿಂಗ್ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಆಫ್ ಆಕ್ಸೋ ಆಸಿಡ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಕ್ಲೋರಿನ್ ಈಸಿ ಆಗಿ ಬರೀಬಹುದು. ಸಿ ಕ್ಲೋರಿನ್ ಇದೆಯಾ, again ಒಂದು ಆಕ್ಸಿಜನ್ ಅಟಮ್ಸ್ ಏನು ಆಗ್ತದೆ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಾ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. So you have to add double bond. Okay na? The next form halic, nothing but chloric acid, same structure, hydrogen oxygen, again chlorine. See ಎಷ್ಟಿದೆ halogen ಜನರಲ್ ಫಾರ್ಮುಲಾ ಬರ್ಕೊಂಡಾಗ hydrogen oxygen, again chlorine O2, right? See this is a double bond O, again double bond O. It is a structure. So say it is also written as the oxygen, again hydrogen, right? Again chlorine, see double bond O, double bond O. This is a structure of this chloric acid. We have to count the atoms here. The chlorine is the one, again hydrogen is the one, the oxygen is a totally 3. This is a structure of chloric acid. The log structure, the structure of is a very important per chloric acid. Per chloric acid. Per chloric acid. See, again is a structure, same thing. Oxygen, chlorine, right? And the per chloric acid is extra oxygen atoms 3 triple bond. This is the structure of perchloric acid. See, these are all are the different form of oxo acids of the chlorine. In the form of hypohalous, in the form of halous, halic and perhalic forms ಅಂತ ಕರೀತೀವಿ. Okay na? This is regarding the structures. Theory ಅಲ್ಲಿ 1 mark questions ಗೆ ಕೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ. Okay na? This is regarding the oxo acids of halogen atom, particularly like fluorine agbodu, chlorine agbodu, bromine and iodine. The next concept is a very important interhalogen compounds. So we already studied like interhalogen compounds ಯಾವ ತರ formation ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, the chemical properties ಅಲ್ಲಿ study ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ ಹೌದಲ್ವಾ. The halogens again reacts with the halogens because they having high reactivity and electronegative nature. Again they react with the halogen also ಹೌದಲ್ವಾ. Because of this nature they have to form the huge molecules ಅಥವಾ another type of molecules we called as interhalogen compounds ಅಂತ ಕರೀತೀವಿ. The next concept is interhalogen compounds. Interhalogen compounds. halogen compounds. So generally we take as an inter-halogen compounds. Now we take as the general formula for halogen is X, right? General formula for halogen is X. Again it is reacts with another halogen. Generally in your textbook, NCERT textbook X dash ಅಂತ ತಗೊಂಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಹೌದಲ್ವಾ? ಈಗ ಕನ್ಫ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಆಗ್ಬಿಡುತ್ತೆ. See X ಮತ್ತೆ X dash and same ಆಗ್ಬಿಡುತ್ತೆ. So ಹಾಗಾಗಿ I will written as the another halogen atom is in the form of Y. Okay, again here the halogen is X. Again the Y also halogen. Both are different halogen atoms. Both are different halogen atoms. Okay, na X dash ಅಂತ ತಗೋಬಹುದು. But confuse ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಅನ್ನೋ purpose ಇಂದ I will written as Y. Okay, na X and Y are different halogen atoms. Both are react with each other to give us in the form of compounds like X and Y. Here the X and Y is called as inter-halogen compound. Inter-halogen compound. See, in this case, the X is very, very important. In case of X, it is also halogen. The halogen having the larger size. Larger size. Okay, now in case of Y, the Y having smaller size. While having smaller size. ಅಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ಅರ್ಥ ಏನಪ್ಪಾ ಇದೆ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ see in this case we will take it as a different halogen atoms, right, based on their electronegativity difference. See X ಅಂತ ಏನಿದೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ they having a larger size ಅಥವಾ larger size of a halogen atom. Again the Y is the having smaller size, but we take as a small halogen atom in case of size wise. ಈಗ ಇವೆರಡೂ ರಿಯಾಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, they form inter-halogen compound. They form inter-halogen compound. It's very, very important. So ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಟೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಬುಕ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ X and X dash ಅಂತ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾನೆ. So ಎರಡೂ ಸೇಮ್, ಬಟ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿ X dash is indicates the having a smaller size of an halogen atom. The X is indicates the having larger size halogen atom. ಇದು ಕನ್ಫ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಅನ್ನೋದ್ರಿಂದ ನಾವೇನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ, ಟೇಕ್ as X and Y ಅಂತ ತಗೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಓಕೆನಾ? ಅಗೇನ್ ಕಂಪೇರ್ ಟು ದಿಸ್ inter-halogen compounds. So usually ನೀವು ಕ್ವೆಶ್ಚನ್ ಕೇಳಬಹುದು, ಮ್ಯಾಮ್ ಯಾವ ತರ inter-halogen compounds ಫಾರ್ಮೇಷನ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಬಿಕಾಸ್ both are very reactive. The halogens ನೀವೇ ಹೇಳ್ತೀರಾ, the halogens especially the 17 group elements are highly reactive non-metals. highly reactive non-metals, reactivity ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಅಂತ ನೀವೇ ಹೇಳ್ತೀರಾ. ಹೇಗೆ ರಿಯಾಕ್ಷನ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಅವುಗಳ ಮೇಲೆ ಹೇಗೆ ಬಾಂಡ್ ಫಾರ್ಮೇಷನ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, is very, very important. The basic reason is the electronegativity difference. The basic reason is the electronegativity difference and the size of the halogen atom. See, in this case, the X having like larger size ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ, Y having smaller size. So this is taken as in case X and Y compound, the always the central atom is X. Always the central atom is X because the central atom it holds the surrounded atoms. ಇಲ್ಲಿ surrounded atoms ಯಾವ ಬರುತ್ತೆ, Y, because they having the larger size. ಈಗ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಎನರ್ಜಿ ಇರೋರೆ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಎನರ್ಜಿ ಇರೋರೆ ಇಟ್ಕೋಬೇಕು. ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಸೈಜ್ ಇರೋರು ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು, ಒಂದಷ್ಟು ರಾಶಿ ಲೈಕ್ ನೀರಾಗಿ ಇರ್ತಾರಲ್ಲ ಅವ್ರನ್ನ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು, ಹೋಲ್ಡ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಇಟ್ಕೋಬಹುದು. ಸೇಮ್ ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ಹಿಯರ್. See, in case of X they having larger size. Again in case of Y they having smaller size. The largest size of a halogen atom to hold a smaller size of a halogen atom. So only this X is present in always center. Again the Y is present surrounded to the X. Okay na? This is regarding the formation of inter-halogen compounds. ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ different form ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, inter-halogen compounds formation ಆಗುತ್ತೆ based on their oxidation state. So generally we already studied the oxidation state of this halogen atom. They exist +1, +3, +5 and +7 in the form of the various oxidation state ಅಂತ ಕರೀತೀವಿ, right? In case of +1, again +3, +5 and +7. This is a different or various oxidation state of this halogen atom in which the oxidation state the halogen atoms are stable. Okay na? +1 ಆಗುವುದು, +3, again 5 and 7 ಈ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, they are stable. So other than that it is also exists as +4 and +6. we are already studied. Okay na? Only in the form of oxo acids. Okay na? But in generally in this case +1, +3, +5 and +7 oxidation state they exist as stable molecules. Okay na? So based on this, now we have to conclude which type of inter-halogen compounds are formed. So generally we take as the X and the XY form and exist is one of the form of inter-halogen compounds. Again, the oxidation state is a +3, right? This is oxidation state in case of +1 barutte. Again, Y in the form of the 3. They exist in a +3 oxidation state. Just is a short way. Again, X5, in which the oxidation state is always a +5. Again, X7, this is oxidation state is a 7. Again, different oxidation state exist in the form of generalized form. So generally, the X is always a bigger size of a halogen atom. Anyway, the X is always the bigger size of halogen atom. Again, the Y is always the smaller size of a halogen atom, because we know the reason. The bigger atom can hold a smaller atom. Okay na? Yavattadu sari bigger atom enagutte smaller atom na hold ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ. Like a smaller atom bigger atom na hold ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಆಗಲ್ಲ. So ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ನಾವು ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ, this is written as the different form of these interhalogens based on the oxidation state. This is a generalized example. This is a general example. ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ different halogens na ತಗೋಬಹುದು. For example, take as a particular example for interhalogen compounds. Interhalogen compounds. Particular examples. See, generally high Cl. ತಗೋಬಹುದಾ? High nothing but halogen iodine, again Cl. The other example ICl2. Again it carries positive charge. Next positive charge ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ. Again iodine. Again Cl4, they carries 2 minus negative charge. Hi F4, again it carries see negative charge ಇದೆ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ positive charge ಬರುತ್ತೆ. High nothing but iodine fluorine compound. Again high F5, again high F7, again bromine F3. These are example for interhalogen compound. The different example BF3 ಆಗಬಹುದು, other different halogen atoms ಅಂತ ಕರೀತೀವಿ. These are examples. ಇನ್ನೊಂದಷ್ಟು examples ಇದಾವೆ. Cation formula exist ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, even anion formula exist ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. See, in this case they having positive charge, they again having negative charge. Both are iodine ಮತ್ತೆ chlorine ಇದೆ, ಹೌದಲ್ವಾ? So compared to iodine and chlorine, we know that the iodine having a larger size compared to chlorine, right? Allige X is taken as X, this is taken as a Y. See, I already told you the different oxidation state of these halogen atoms like +1, +3, again +4, +7 oxidation state will be stable ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ. But see, in this case ಏನಾಗ್ತಿದೆ +4, see 4 halogen atoms ಇದೆ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ 2 halogen atoms ಇದೆ. Just ನಿಮಗೆ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗಲಿಲ್ಲ ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ಪಾಸಿಟಿವ್ ಮತ್ತೆ ನೆಗೆಟಿವ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ. ಯೂಶುವಲಿ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಲೈಕ್ ಥಿಯರಿ ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಲೈಕ್ ಪಾಸಿಟಿವ್ ಮತ್ತೆ ನೆಗೆಟಿವ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಚಾರ್ಜ್ಡ್ ಇಂಟರ್ ಹ್ಯಾಲೋಜನ್ ಕಾಂಪೌಂಡ್ಸ್ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಓಕೆನಾ? ಬಟ್ ಆದ್ರೂ ಲೈಕ್ ತಿಳ್ಕೊಂಡಿರಿ, ಕಾಂಪಿಟೇಟಿವ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕೇಳ್ತಾರೆ ಈ ಪಾಸಿಟಿವ್ ಮತ್ತೆ ನೆಗೆಟಿವ್ ಚಾರ್ಜಸ್ ಇದೆ. ಯಾಕೆ ಸಿ ಇದು ಒಂದಿದೆ ಆಕ್ಸಿಡೇಷನ್ ಇಸ್ +1, ಒಂದಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಅಗೇನ್ 2 ಇದೆನಾ, 2 + 2 ಆಕ್ಸಿಡೇಷನ್ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ ಎಕ್ಸಿಸ್ಟ್ ಆಗೋದೇ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಹೈಲಿ ಅನ್ಸ್ಟೇಬಲ್. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಕ್ಯಾರೀಸ್ ಪಾಸಿಟಿವ್ ಚಾರ್ಜ್. ಗಮನ ಇರಲಿ. ಅಗೇನ್ ಇಟ್ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಅ ಹಿಂಟ್ ಅಷ್ಟೇ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ +4 ಇದೆ, ಅಲ್ಲಿಗೆ Cl3 ಅಂದ್ರೆ 3 ಎಕ್ಸಿಸ್ಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಬಟ್ ಒಂದಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇದೆಯಾ ಅಂದ್ರೆ 3 ಗಿಂತ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇದೆ. ಸಿ ವಿಡಿಗ್ನೆಸ್ 2 ಮೈನಸ್. ಸೊ ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇದ್ದಾಗ 2 ಮೈನಸ್ ತಗೊಳ್ತೀವಿ, ಕಡಿಮೆ ಇದ್ದಾಗ ವಿಡಿಗ್ನೆಸ್ ಪ್ಲಸ್ ಅಂತ ತಗೊಳ್ತೀವಿ. ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ 2 ಮೈನಸ್, ಇಟ್ ಇನ್ಕ್ಲೂಡೆಡ್ ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಚಾರ್ಜ್. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತಿದೆಯಾ? ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ರಿಗಾರ್ಡಿಂಗ್ ದ examples of this interhalogen compound. So in this all example, the one of the compound we called as IF7. This is the most important, the larger interhalogen compound, because they have only more than 7 atoms. Nothing but fluorine atoms is 7 in the +1 iodine, nothing but 8 atoms in the per molecule alli 8 atoms in the total 8 atoms in the. So in this case it is a very stable molecules. So usually the interhalogen compounds, both the cation and the anion ಏನ್ ಎಕ್ಸಿಸ್ಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಇನ್ ಬಿಟ್ವೀನ್ ಹ್ಯಾಲೋಜನ್ ಆಟಮ್ಸ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ದ ಬಿಗ್ಗರ್ ದ ಸೈಜ್ ಆಫ್ ದಟ್. ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ನೋಡಿ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಈಗ ಅಯೋಡಿನ್ ಅಂತ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಮಾಡೋಣ. ಅಗೇನ್ ಫ್ಲೂರಿನ್ ಇದೆ, ಯು ನೋ ದಟ್ ಅಯೋಡಿನ್ ಗೆ ಸೈಜ್ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ, ಅಗೇನ್ ದ ಮಾಸ್ ಕೂಡ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ, ಫ್ಲೂರಿನ್ ಗೆ ಸೈಜ್ ಕಡಿಮೆ. ಸೊ ಇದು ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಇಟ್ ಟೇಕ್ ಆಸ್ ಅ ಡಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್, ದ ರೇಡಿಯೈ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ದ ರೇಷಿಯೋ ಆಫ್ the radii of different halogens. ಇಲ್ಲಿರುವಂತ different halogens ಇದು ನೋಡಿ, ರೇಷಿಯೋ ತಗೊಂಡ್ರೆ ರೇಡಿಯಸ್ ರೇಷಿಯೋ ತಗೊಂಡ್ರೆ ಅಥವಾ ರೇಡಿಯೈ ರೇಷಿಯೋ ತಗೊಂಡ್ರೆ ತುಂಬಾ ಮ್ಯಾಕ್ಸಿಮಮ್ ಡಿಫರೆನ್ಸ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ, ಹೌದಲ್ವಾ? ಮ್ಯಾಕ್ಸಿಮಮ್ ತುಂಬಾನೇ ಡಿಫರೆನ್ಸ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಹಾಗಾಗಿ the maximum difference they having the ratio of radii of the different halogen atoms. Okay na, different halogen atoms they leads to formation of the large atoms of molecules ಅಥವಾ large atoms in the compound. So maximum ಯಾಕೆ ಅಷ್ಟು ಹೋಲ್ಡ್ ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಕೆಪಾಸಿಟಿ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ due to formation of this the ratio the larger the difference between in their ratio of radii. Because of this reason, they almost surrounded by 7 fluorine atoms to iodine. Okay, this is the only one of the example they exist as a stable. They having 8 atoms, nothing but per molecule 8 atoms in different halogen atoms. This is regarding the interhalogen compounds. Again, examples. The next one is the formation of interhalogen compounds is a very important and easy reactions. ಯಾವ ತರ ಫಾರ್ಮೇಷನ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ interhalogen compounds. So usually you know that the different halogen atoms are react with each other to form the interhalogen compounds, right? Now we take as one of the examples the formation or preparation. We call as preparation. Preparation of interhalogen compounds. Preparation of interhalogen compounds. So generally we take some of the examples in your textbook theory. So theory point alli ondಷ್ಟು examples ಇದೆ, especially like the oxidation state +1 again +3 and +5. See in this case, so generally Cl ತಗೋಬೋದಾ, again iodine, again Cl ಮತ್ತೆ F. These are examples, the simple example ಒಂದೊಂದೇ ಸ್ಟಡಿ ಮಾಡೋಣ. Okay na, this is the interhalogen compound. ನೋಡಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿ the bigger size ಯಾವಿದೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ iodine, smaller size ಯಾವಿದೆ chlorine. So same thing here, the chlorine having a bigger size compared to fluorine. Okay na, so now the preparation of this halogen we called as, so the meaning of this interhalogen compound first of ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಇದಕ್ಕೆ iodous chloride ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ, chlorous chlorides ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. This is called as the interhalogen compounds. We take it as a preparation is a very easy. See, so general ನಾನು ಜನರಲ್ ಸಾಕ್ಲಿ. ಸೊ ನೋಡುವ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಆಟಮ್ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವುದೇ ಒಂದು ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ ಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್ ಇದೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಅನ್ಸ್ಟೇಬಲ್, ಎಸ್ಪೆಷಲಿ ಇನ್ ಕೇಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಹ್ಯಾಲೋಜನ್ಸ್. ಹೌದಲ್ವಾ, ಈಗ ಪ್ರಿಪೇರ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅದು ಸ್ಟೇಬಲ್ ಆಗಿರ್ಬೇಕು. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಾವ್ ಏನು ಪ್ರಿಪೇರ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ, ಯಾವ ಟು ಯೂಸ್ ದ ರಿಯೇಜೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ರಿಯಾಕ್ಟೆಂಟ್ಸ್, ರೈಟ್, ಅದು ಸ್ಟೇಬಲ್ ಆಗಿರ್ಬೇಕು. ಯಾವ ತರ, ಸಿ ಅಯೋಡಿನ್ ಇದಲ್ವಾ, ಎಷ್ಟು ಮಾಲಿಕ್ಯೂಲ್ ಆಫ್ ಅಯೋಡಿನ್ ತಗೋಬೇಕು ನಾವು, ಒಂದು ಮಾಲಿಕ್ಯೂಲ್ ಆಫ್ ಅಯೋಡಿನ್ ಅಗೇನ್ ರಿಯಾಕ್ಟ್ಸ್ ವಿತ್ ಒಂದು ಮಾಲಿಕ್ಯೂಲ್ ಆಫ್ ಫ್ಲೋರಿನ್, ಇಟ್ ಗಿವ್ಸ್ us to 2 molecules of interhalogen compound iodous chloride. Okay na, iodous chloride. Same it is also the next compound. This is a second example, same reaction. See, putting as a chlorine is 2 molecules, again one molecule of chlorine, one molecule of fluorine reacts with each other in a higher temperature. Okay na, we have to maintain the reaction condition here also. See, chlorine here 2 molecules of ClF. ಇದನ್ನ ಹೀಗೆ ಬರೀಬೇಕು, ClF ನ FCl ಅಂತ ಬರೆಯಂಗಿಲ್ಲ, ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತಿದೆ? ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಹೇಳಿದೆ X and Y, X and X dash. ಓಕೆನಾ, ಯಾವ್ದು ಬಸ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಹೀಗೆ ಬರೀಬೇಕು. ಡಿಫರೆಂಟ್ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬರೆದ್ರೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಒಂದೇ ಅಲ್ವಾ, ಮಾಲಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬರೆದ್ರೆ ಗೆಟ್ 0 ಮಾರ್ಕ್. ಓಕೆನಾ, ಬಿಕಾಸ್ you have to distinguish, you have to differentiate which one is a bigger ion, which one is a smaller ion. Okay na, this is the preparation of the 2 different interhalogen compounds. Again another form, so usually you know that Br, so BrF3 ಇದೆ, again high Cl3 ಬರುತ್ತೆ. So different halogen atoms, BrF3, again high Cl3 ಆಗ್ಬೋದು, again BF5, ClF3. So this is a different halogen atoms, interhalogen atoms. It is also prepared by using same method. In this case, BrF3. So ಇದನ್ನ ಯಾವ ತರ ಪ್ರಿಪೇರ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ? ಟೇಕ್ as one molecule of bromine. It is treated with, see 3 ಅಲ್ವಾ, 3 molecule of fluorine. 3 molecule of fluorine. It gives us 2 molecules of BrF3. See, the 2 are 6 fluorine atoms ಇದಾವೆ. Again bromine atoms ಎಷ್ಟಿದಾವೆ? 2 fluorine atoms. ಅಲ್ಲಿಗೆ 2 molecules of bromine ಮತ್ತೆ fluorine interhalogen compounds formation ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. we call as bromofluorides. Bromofluoride. This is an example for interhalogen compounds. The next is, see, this is another example, iodous trifluoride ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಓಕೆನಾ? So same reaction, but in this case ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ modify ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ಅಷ್ಟೇ reaction condition. ಯಾವ ತರ? See, iodine same ಇದೆ, 1 molecule of iodine, again 3. ನೋಡ್ರೋ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಎಷ್ಟು ಮಾಲಿಕ್ಯೂಲ್ ಅಥವಾ ಎಷ್ಟು ಆಟಮ್ಸ್ ಫಾರ್ಮೇಷನ್ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೋ, ಲೈಕ್ ಸ್ಮಾಲರ್ ಹ್ಯಾಲೋಜನ್ ಆಟಮ್ ಅಷ್ಟು ಮಾಲಿಕ್ಯೂಲ್ ತಗೋಬೇಕಷ್ಟೇ. ಓಕೆನಾ? ಇದು ಅಂಡರ್ಸ್ಟುಡ್ ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಅಟಾಮಿಕ್ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹ್ಯಾಲೋಜನ್ಸ್ ಎಕ್ಸಿಸ್ಟ್ ಆಗಲ್ಲ, ಹೌದಲ್ವಾ? we have to write the molecular form because the molecular form of halogens is stable. So ಅಲ್ಲಿಗೆ 5 plus 3 molecules of chlorine, ಹೌದಲ್ವಾ? ಅಲ್ಲಿ the chlorine also present in molecular form Cl2. It gives us to 2 molecules of iodous trifluoride. Iodous trifluoride. The next example is bromine and fluorides. In this case the bromine, so very important. In this case the fluorine ತಗೊಳ್ತೀವಲ್ವಾ, ಸಾರಿ chlorine ತಗೊಳ್ತೀವಲ್ಲ, we take as excess amount of chlorine ತಗೋಬೇಕು. In this reaction we take as excess quantity of halogen chlorine ತಗೋಬೇಕು. Okay na? Again the reaction also taking place in higher temperature and the reaction conditions because both are electronegative active, both are non-reactive, non-bitters, very highly reactive elements, right? The next example, see, bromine is there, 1 molecule of bromine, again it is associated with the 5 molecules of fluorine. 5 molecules of fluorine, it gives us to, see, 2 molecules of bromine, again fluoride. Formation agutta, this is also interhalogen compound anta kariತೀವಿ. In this case the fluorine is taken as a excess quantity. The fluorine is taken as a excess quantity. The last example is the chlorous trifluoride anta kariತೀವಿ. The preparation is the same, 1 molecule of the fluorine, again 3 molecules of fluorine taken as excess. It is gives us to 2 molecules of chlorous trifluoride. Okay na? These are called as the different interhalogen compounds. These are called as the different interhalogen compounds and the preparation. You know this examples ಬರುತ್ತೆ. The stable ಆಗಿರುವಂತವು ಇಷ್ಟು. You have to study in your theory. Again ನಾನು ಹೇಳಿದೆ plus ಮತ್ತೆ minus nothing but both cation ಮತ್ತೆ anion form ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ exist ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. They also very important for your competitive exams. Okay. The next thing is, so we have to compare the interhalogen compounds and halogen compounds. What is the difference between their energy output? What is the reactivity? We have to compare. So, okay, now the next is the properties of the interhalogen compounds. We have to compare with the free halogen atoms or the free halogen molecules. So, basically, these interhalogen compounds are covalent in nature. These are also covalent in nature. These are diamagnetic in nature. Okay, the next one is the preparation and next properties. The properties of interhalogen compounds, generally we have to study both physical and chemical properties. So usually these interhalogen compounds, they having the properties almost similar to the free halogen atoms or molecules. So generally the first property, these interhalogens are also covalent in nature. The molecules are present interhalogen athwa again in between the bonds are covalent in nature. Okay na? The first one is the interhalogen. Compounds are covalent in nature. Covalent in nature. It is also diamagnetic in nature. Okay. The next is interhalogens. We take as a bond. Interhalogens only. So generally we take as a X and Y bond because both are different halogen atoms. We have to compare the halogen. The free halogen ke compare ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. Free halogen ಅಂದ್ರೆ present in molecular form X2 form ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. See, this is taken as a bond dissociation ಅಂತ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ಕರೀತೀವಿ. So usually this is weak. The bond of X and Y bond is weak compared to X bond. This is strong. Except fluorine, because you know the reason. The fluorine alli load by repulsion ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. Again, the high electronegativity difference Again, they having smaller size. The bond dissociation enthalpy is very less in case of a fluorine molecule. Except fluorine bond energy ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. So compared to XY bond, XX bond is a strong. Bond weak ಆಗಿದೆ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ is a highly reactive. Highly reactive. These interhalogen compounds are highly reactive compared to like free halogens. Free halogens. Okay na? Because of this reactivity. Yaake reactivity ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ reason is that CX bond is a very weak compared to XX bond. Okay na? So yaake andre ಇಲ್ಲಿ electronegativity difference ಇರುತ್ತೆ. Because both are electronegative atoms. ಹೌದಲ್ವಾ? ಹಾಗಾಗಿ the bond XY bond is a very weak compared to XX bond except fluorine. You have to know the reason. Again, these interhalogen atoms, they are called as a volatile. So they exist in a volatile liquid form, again volatile solid form. All interhalogen atoms or halogen compounds, not in atoms, the halogen compounds are the they are volatile. They are volatile solids or liquids, and they exist in the form of solids as well as liquids, but except CLF. This is a molecule, the interhalogen compound CLF. And that nothing but chlorus, chloride and the corrective. So this is exists as a gaseous state. Gaseous state. So except CLF, the remaining all interhalogen compounds are existing as well as solid as well as liquid form. Again, come back to the electronegativity difference. See, in two halogen atom ಆಗಿರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಎರಡಕ್ಕೂ halogen atom ಗೂ electronegativity difference ಇರುತ್ತೆ. Because of their electronegativity difference, they exist as a polar molecule. So they are polar in nature. Because of their electronegativity difference. ಎರಡು halogen atom ಗೆ electronegativity ಇರುತ್ತೆ. Maybe the less difference or more difference in their electronegative nature, they produce the effect ಅಥವಾ they are polar in nature. Okay na? It's a very important. Again, the reactivity, we have to compare the physical and chemical property, especially the physical properties of these interhalogen compounds. Physical properties of these interhalogen compounds are intermediate. We have to compare to halogens. ಈ halogens ಗೆ compare ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ especially the physical properties, okay na, is a intermediate. Similar ಅಂತಾನೆ ಹೇಳಕ್ ಬರಲ್ಲ. Okay na, somewhat similar ಇರಬಹುದು ಕೆಲವೊಂದು properties, especially physical properties. ಕೆಲವೊಮ್ಮೆ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ವೇರಿಯೇಷನ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಟೇಕ್ as intermediate ಅಂತ ಕರೀತೀವಿ. The physical properties of these interhalogen compounds are intermediate compared to these free halogen atoms. Okay, ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ physical properties especially the melting point ಮತ್ತೆ boiling point are little higher than the corresponding halogen atoms. Okay na, ಈ halogen atoms ಏನಿದೆ free halogen atoms ಗೆ ಅಥವಾ molecules ಗೆ ಕಂಪೇರ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ especially the physical properties of melting point ಮತ್ತೆ boiling point little higher ಅಥವಾ little greater compared to this corresponding free halogen atoms. Okay na, this is regarding the properties of this interhalogen compounds. Again, you also know that the chemical property. So already I told that related to the reactivity in case of XY bond and the XX bond only. See, in case they having a weak the force of attraction between X and Y bond, they are highly reactive compared to free halogens and the free halogens. So because of this nature, they involve so many chemical reaction. For example, we name is hydrolysis. Hydrolysis agutte. Okay, now what is meant by hydrolysis? The any compound undergo cleavage or breakage in presence of water. We call as lysis refers to cleavage. Hydro refers to water. Hydrolysis refers to the breakage of a compound in presence of water. Hydrolysis ಅಂತ ಕರೀತೀವಿ. ಹೌದಲ್ವಾ? So general ಆಗಿ ಒಂದು ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಅನ್ನು ತಗೊಳ್ತೀವಿ. General example. See X and Y. X and Y is a specific ಅಂದ್ರೆ general example for interhalogen compounds. Okay na? ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ X indicate ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ, Y indicate ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ, already study ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ. Right? It is treated with water. This is called as the process hydrolysis. Process hydrolysis. It gives us, see, it's a very important. In this case, the water hydrolysis are any chemical reaction. So especially now we take as a particularly water hydrolysis. In this case, X is a
atom. Y is a smaller size of halogen atom. It is reacts with the water or it is undergo hydrolysis. It gives us to halide. See, halide in the form of HY. In this case, the halide ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, smaller the size of ion, the smaller the size of halogen forms halides. Okay na? Halide formation. This is called as hydrogen halide. The remaining is H, O, again X. But in case of the different halogens, for example, they present in the form of halide. Okay na? Halide form exists agutte. See, halide. Okay na? Halide, perhalide, perhalide ಅಥವಾ hypohalide. ಈ ಫಾರ್ಮುಲಾ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಮಾಲಿಕ್ಯೂಲ್ ಎಕ್ಸಿಸ್ಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ನಾಟ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ halide ಫಾರ್ಮುಲಾ ಅಲ್ಲ. ಸಿ, hypohalide ಫಾರ್ಮುಲಾ ಎಕ್ಸಿಸ್ಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. hypohalide ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. halide ಫಾರ್ಮ್, ಅಗೇನ್ halide, perhalide. ಈ ಫಾರ್ಮುಲಾ ಎಕ್ಸಿಸ್ಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ರಿಯಾಕ್ಷನ್ ಇನ್ವಾಲ್ವ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಆಸ್ ದಿ ಕೆಮಿಕಲ್ ಪ್ರಾಪರ್ಟೀಸ್. But in this case, almost the anion part is, for example, the larger size of the ion and anion part, the larger size is taken as an anion part. Okay na? This is the chemical properties or chemical reaction. One of the examples of the chemical reaction of this interhalogen compounds we call as the hydrolysis process. This type. Okay na? See, this is regarding the chemical properties. So already, last class is in the study ಮಾಡ್ತಾನೆ ಇದೆ. ಹೌದಲ್ವಾ? The interhalogen compound is very important for your competitive exam. So based on this, we are already studied the anion and again the cation involvement. You have to compare with the halogen atoms. They exist in a different forms. For example, halide anta ಕರಿತೀವಿ, halide form anta ಕರಿತೀವಿ, hypohalide anta ಕರಿತೀವಿ. See, hypohalide. Again, see, halide, halase ಅಂತ ಸ್ಟಡಿ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರಲ್ಲ, ಸೇಮ್ ಥಿಂಗ್. halate ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. Again, perhalate. Okay na? ಅಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ಡಿಫರೆನ್ಸ್ ಬೇಸ್ಡ್ ಆನ್ ದೇರ್ ಆಕ್ಸಿಡೇಷನ್ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ ಯಾವ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಎಕ್ಸಿಸ್ಟ್ ಆಗಬಹುದು ಅಂತ. ಸಿ, halide a form of XY, halide ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. hypohalide, sorry ಮಿಸ್ಟೇಕ್ ಆಗಿದೆ, hypohalide, halide ಆಗಿದೆ, hypohalide. Okay na? See, XY, again halide ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. again XY3, halate form ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. halate form. See, XY5, again perhalate, XY7. So ಈ generalized formula ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, exist ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. So ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ we have to study the one of the examples. So especially in the form of X3 form ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ, ಸ್ಟಡಿ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. XY3 form ಗೆ example. So now it is one of the best example is the bromine trifluoride. Bromotrifluoride. So bromine trifluoride ಅಂತಲೂ ಕರೀತಾರೆ. Okay na? So it is a very important example for your competitive exam. They will ask the structure, what is hybridization. We have to explain the structure or shape of this molecule based on VSPR. We have studied, we are familiar with the VS, potential electron pair, repulsion rate, VSPER. You know, we are familiar with the VSEPR theory. So what is meant by VSEPR theory? Potential electron pair repulsion theory ಅಂತ ಸ್ಟಡಿ ಮಾಡಿರ್ತೀವಿ. ಕೆಮಿಕಲ್ ಬಾಂಡಿಂಗ್ ಅಂತ ಸ್ಟಡಿ ಮಾಡಿರ್ತೀವಿ, ಹೌದಲ್ವಾ? So based on this theory, so we have to explain the structure of bromine trifluoride or bromotrifluoride. Generally bromine ಅಂತಾನೆ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ, bromine trifluoride ಅಂತಾನೆ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. Okay na? This is one of the form of this interhalogenic form, in the form of generalized formula XY3. See, we have to study this example. The example is, see, BRF3. See, ನೋಡಿ, so X ಏನಿದೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ BR ಇದೆ, Y ಏನಿದೆ ನೋಡಿ. So in the form of XY3. So usually ನಿಮಗೆ ಟೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಬುಕ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರ್ತೀನಿ, ಹೈಬ್ರಿಡೈಸೇಷನ್ ಆಗ್ಬೋದು, ಯಾವ ತರ ಟ್ರೀಟ್ ಮಾಡೋದು. ನಿಮಗೆ ಈ ನ್ಯೂಮೆರಿಕ್ ಆಕ್ಸೆಸ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ನಾನು ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಯಾವ ತರ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ ಜಂಪ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಒಂದು ಹಿಂಟ್ ಹೇಳ್ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೆ, ಹೌದಲ್ವಾ? ಸೊ ಅದೇ ರೀತಿ ಫಾಲೋ ಮಾಡಿ. ಔಟರ್ ಮೋಸ್ಟ್ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನಿಕ್ ಕಾನ್ಫಿಗರೇಷನ್ ಏನ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ outer most electronic configuration ಈ 17 group elements ಗೆ generally we know that NS2 NP5 because we know that they having 7 electrons in their valence shell. See s orbital ಹಾಗೆ ತಗೊಳ್ಳಿ ಓಕೆನಾ p orbitals again d orbitals vacant d orbital. This is called as NS NP ND ಜನರಲ್ ಆಗಿ ತಗೊಳ್ತಾರೆ. ಸೊ ಯಾವ್ದು ಆಟಮ್ ಇದೆ ಬ್ರೋಮಿನ್ ಇದೆ ಅಗೇನ್ ಫ್ಲೂರಿನ್ ಇದೆ. ಫ್ಲೂರಿನ್ ಅಂತ ಗೊತ್ತಿದೆ ನಮಗೆ there is no d orbital. ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಜಂಪ್ ಆಗಬೇಕು ಫಾರ್ಮೇಷನ್ ಆಗಬೇಕು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಮಾಲಿಕ್ಯೂಲ್ ಸೊ ಜನರಲ್ ಡಿಫರೆನ್ಸ್ ಬ್ರೋಮಿನ್. ಸೊ ಬ್ರೋಮಿನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಎಷ್ಟು ಇರುತ್ತೆ outer most electrons ಅಲ್ಲಿ 2 ಇರುತ್ತೆ NP5 ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ 5 ತಗೋಬೋದಾ. ಸೊ ಟೋಟಲ್ 5 electrons ಇದೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ. ಈಗ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಸೊ we have to see ಈ ಫ್ಲೂರಿನ್ ಆಟಮ್ ಬಾಂಡ್ ಫಾರ್ಮೇಷನ್ ಆಗಬೇಕು ಅಂದ್ರೆ we need ಎಷ್ಟು ಫ್ಲೂರಿನ್ ಆಟಮ್ಸ್ ಇದೆ 3 ಫ್ಲೂರಿನ್ ಆಟಮ್ಸ್ ಇದೆಯಾ ಅಲ್ಲಿಗೆ 3 ವೇಕೆಂಟ್ ಆರ್ಬಿಟಲ್ಸ್ ಬೇಕು ನಮಗೆ. ಅಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ಒಂದು ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ ಏನು ಮಾಡೋಣ ಜಂಪ್ ಮಾಡೋಣ ಒಂದು ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ ಜಂಪ್ ಮಾಡೋಣ ಅಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಓಕೆನಾ ಅದನ್ನ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬರೀತಾರೆ. ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಬರೀಬೇಕಾ ಏನಿಲ್ಲ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗಲಿ ಓಕೆನಾ ಯಾವ ತರ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಹೈಬ್ರಿಡೈಸೇಷನ್. ಓಕೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ ಜಂಪ್ ಆಯ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಿ ವೇಕೆಂಟ್ ಫ್ಲೂರಿನ್ ಆಟಮ್ಸ್ ಎಷ್ಟಿದಾವೆ 3 ಇದಾವಲ್ವಾ. ಸೊ ಒಂದೊಂದು ಫ್ಲೂರಿನ್ ಆಟಮ್ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಬಾಂಡ್ ಫಾರ್ಮೇಷನ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಹೈಬ್ರಿಡೈಸೇಷನ್ ಡಿಪೆಂಡ್ಸ್ ಆನ್ ದ ವೇಕೆಂಟ್ ಶೆಲ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ ಇನ್ವಾಲ್ವ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಅದ್ರ ಬೇಸಿಸ್ ಆಗಿ ತಗೊಳ್ತೀವಿ ಹೌದಲ್ವಾ. ಅಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ಲೋಡ್ ಬೇಸ್ ಎಷ್ಟು ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಬಾಂಡ್ ಬೇಸ್ ಎಷ್ಟು ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಕೌಂಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ. ಲೋಡ್ ಬೇಸ್ ಎಷ್ಟಿದೆ you know the difference between load base and bond base here. Bond base and load base. See bond bases idave. See 1 2 3 bond bases idave. Again load bases idave 1 2 load bases idave. Allige 3 bond base 2 load base. According to the VSPR theory, see they having 3 bond base 2 load base. Okay na they having 3 bond base and 2 load base. They are arranged to form a trigonal bipyramid shape. They are arranged to form trigonal bipyramid shape actually ಬರಬೇಕು. But in this case ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ನಾವು ಇದನ್ನ ರಬ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಚರ್ ನ ಬರ್ಕೊಳ್ತೀವಿ. hybridization ಗೊತ್ತಾಯ್ತಲ್ವಾ. ಸೊ ಬೇಸ್ಡ್ ಆನ್ ದಿಸ್ ಮೂವ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಸೊ hybridization ಏನು ಬರಬಹುದು. ಸೊ ಒಂದು ಡಿ ಆರ್ಬಿಟಲ್ ಇನ್ವಾಲ್ವ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಪಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಡಿ ಜಂಪ್ ಆಗುತ್ತಲ್ವಾ ಅಲ್ಲಿ hybridization ಏನು ಬರುತ್ತೆ sp3d ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಬಾಂಡ್ ಬೇಸ್ ಅಗೈನ್ 3 ಬಾಂಡ್ ಬೇಸ್ ಲೋನ್ ಪೇರ್ 2 ಲೋನ್ ಪೇರ್ಸ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ 2 ಲೋನ್ ಪೇರ್ಸ್. Now we take as a structure of the molecule. We know that interallogeneic compounds are bigger size irodu central atom ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. See weakness Br again here fluorine they having 2 lone base. This is called as a bond base. Again lone base ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. It is a structure of Br(F3). Actually this is the structure. So general ಆಗಿ ಏನಾಗಬೇಕು ಇದು trigonal bipyramid shape ಬರಬೇಕು. But they have it see 2 lone pairs again 3 bond pairs. ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ 2 lone pairs ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ they occupy equatorial the corners of equatorial. See in this case that bond pairs 3 bond pairs and 2 lone pairs they occupy the corners of the trigonal plane. Nothing but trigonal ಅಥವಾ generally it is a trigonal bipyramid shape ಅಂತ ಕರೀತೀವಿ. They occupy the corners of trigonal bipyramid. So generally occupy ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ just they look like the trigonal bipyramid shape. But in this case ಈ lone pair of electrons ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ the lone pair of electrons they occupy the equatorial position. equatorial position ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ occupy ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡಾಗ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ the fluorine atoms the addition of fluorine atoms just the bend towards the equatorial bonds. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನಮಗೆ just ಅದು ಬೆಂಡ್ ಆದಾಗ ಅನ್ಸುತ್ತೆ ಈ ಫ್ಲೂರಿನ್ ಬಾಂಡ್ಸ್ ಏನಿದೆ ಬೆಂಡ್ ಆದಾಗ ಅನ್ಸುತ್ತೆ. ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿಸ್ ರೀಸನ್ ದ ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಚರ್ ಆಫ್ ಮಾಲಿಕ್ಯೂಲ್ ಇಸ್ ವಿ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಆಸ್ ಬೆಂಟ್ ಟಿ ಶೇಪ್ ಅಂತ ಕರೀತೀವಿ. ಜನರಲಿ ಬಿಡಿಂಗ್ as a bent T shaped ಅಂತ ಕರೀತೀವಿ. ಸೊ ಬೆಂಡ್ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ ಆಕ್ಚುಯಲ್ ಫ್ಲೂರಿನ್ ಬಾಂಡ್ಸ್. ದಿಸ್ ಈಸ್ ವಿ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಆಸ್ ಬೆಂಟ್ T shaped ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಚರ್ ಅಂತ ಕರೀತೀವಿ. So what is the reason here? The reason, the lone pair of electrons, they occupy the equatorial position, the corner of equatorial position. Again, this fluorine, the actual fluorine bonds ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ shift or just press towards the equatorial bonds. Okay na, ಹಾಗಾಗಿ just ಇದು ಬೆಂಡ್ ಆದಾಗ ಅನ್ಸುತ್ತೆ ನೋಡಿ, ಬೆಂಡ್ ಆದಾಗ ಅನ್ಸುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಬೆಂಡ್ ಆದಾಗ ನೋಡಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಲೈಕ್ ಕ್ರಾಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ನಮಗೆ ಟಿ ಶೇಪ್ ಅನ್ಸ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯಾ, ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಬೆಂಡ್ ಟಿ ಶೇಪ್. ಅದನ್ನ ಹೀಗೆ ಇಟ್ಕೋಬೋದಲ್ವಾ, ಇದು ಜನರಲ್ ಆಗಿ ಟಿ ಶೇಪ್. ಸೊ ಜನರಲ್ ಆಗಿ ತಗೊಂಡ್ರೆ ಡಿಗ್ನಲ್ ಪಿರಮಿಡ್ ಹೀಗೆ ಬರುತ್ತೆ, ಹೌದಲ್ವಾ. ಸೊ ಜನರಲ್ ಆಗಿ ಹೇಳೋದಾಯ್ತು. ಬಟ್ ಇನ್ನ ಆಕ್ಚುಲಿ ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಚರ್ ನಾವು ಹೇಳ್ಬೇಕಾಯ್ತು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಯಾವ ಟು ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್, ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದೆ ಹೈಬ್ರಿಡೈಸೇಷನ್ ಅನ್ನ ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಚರ್ ನ ಪ್ರಿಡಿಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಕ್ ಬರೋದಿಲ್ಲ. So we have to explain the shape of the molecule in presence of bond pairs and lone pairs. Again, they occupy the position. See, in this case, the lone pairs and bond pairs, they occupy both axial and as well as equatorial. Especially the lone pairs occupies the equatorial position. So in this, the axial fluorine atoms just towards the equatorial position. They look like the bent T shape. Okay, now based on this, the structure, this is concluded. The shape of the molecule is a bent T-shaped structure, especially this BRF3. Okay na, especially XY3 form of molecule. All molecule ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ because of this reason, again because of this lone pair of electrons, they are having the structure bent T shape. Okay na, it's very important. So in general ಆಗಿ ಯಾವ ತರ ಕಾಂಪೌಂಡ್ಸ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ, the different examples ಇನ್ನು ಹೇಳ್ಬೋದು examples. But ಎಲ್ಲ ಮಾಲಿಕ್ಯೂಲ್ಗೂ ಇದೇ ತರ ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಚರ್ಸ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಜನರಲ್ ಆಗಿ we have to study only one compound, we take as a bromine trifluoride. Okay na, the remaining ಇನ್ನು different form ಅಲ್ಲಿ exist ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. XY form ಅಲ್ಲಿ again XY5, again XY7. so ಯಾವ ತರ form ಅಲ್ಲಿ exist ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, what is the nature of the compound, just a little bit ಇದೆ 17 to. Okay na, so next tomorrow class we have to conclude like this 17 to parameters ಇನ್ನೇನೆಲ್ಲ remaining ಇದೆ. So we have to discuss in a maximum maybe like 10 to 15 minutes or 10 minutes ಅಲ್ಲಿ the 17 to ಮುಗಿಯುತ್ತೆ. So tomorrow we'll start with 15 to. Okay na, after like 17 to ಏನು ಉಳ್ಕೊಂಡಿದೆ ಅದನ್ನ ಮಾಡ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು I will start with 15 to ಈ ಬ್ಲಾಕ್. ಓಕೆನಾ, ಓಕೆ ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಚರ್ ನ ಪ್ರಾಕ್ಟೀಸ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಒಂದು. ಮತ್ತೆ ಇನ್ ಕೇಸ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಎಸ್ಪೆಷಲಿ ಈ ಬ್ಲಾಕ್ ನಾನು ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ ರಿಯಾಕ್ಷನ್ಸ್ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಇನ್ ಆರ್ಗ್ಯಾನಿಕ್ ರಿಯಾಕ್ಷನ್ಸ್, ಬ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸ್ಡ್ ರಿಯಾಕ್ಷನ್ಸ್. ಕೆಲವೊಂದು ನಾನು ಏನ್ ಮಾಡಿರ್ತೀನಿ ಸ್ಕಿಪ್ ಮಾಡಿರ್ತೀನಿ, ಸ್ಕಿಪ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಸೆನ್ಸ್ ಸೊ ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ ಬರ್ದಿರಂಗಿಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ ಅದು ಫೆಮಿಲಿಯರ್ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ, ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ನಾನು ಬರೆಯಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋಗಿರೋದಿಲ್ಲ, ಹೌದಲ್ವಾ. ಬಟ್ ಇದು ಕಾಂಪಿಟೇಟಿವ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ತುಂಬಾನೇ ಕೇಳ್ತಾರೆ, ಎಸ್ಪೆಷಲಿ ದಿ ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಚರ್ ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ಬೆಂಟ್ ಟಿ ಶೇಪ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಚರ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ, ನೋ ದ ರೀಸನ್. ಓಕೆನಾ, ಅಕಾರ್ಡಿಂಗ್ ಟು VSPR ಥಿಯರಿ ನಾವು ಏನ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಮಾಲಿಕ್ಯೂಲ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಚರ್ ನ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲೈನ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಒಂದು ಗಮನ ಇರಲಿ, ಸೊ ಬೇಸ್ಡ್ ಆನ್ ಹೈಬ್ರಿಡೈಸೇಷನ್ ವಿ ಕಾಂಟ್ ಪ್ರಿಡಿಕ್ಟ್ ದ ಶೇಪ್, ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಅದು ಬೇಸ್ಡ್ ಆನ್ ಹೈಬ್ರಿಡೇಷನ್ ಪ್ರಿಡಿಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಆಕ್ಚುಲಿ ಒರಿಜಿನಲ್ ಶೇಪೇ ಬೇರೆ ತರ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಓನ್ಲಿ ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಪ್ರಿಡಿಕ್ಟ್ ದ ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಚರ್ ಬೇಸ್ಡ್ ಆನ್ the bond pairs and lone pairs, again the identification of bond pairs and lone pairs. Okay na, okay, thank you.